How's it going, guys? Josh Ramijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Gaza entitled No Absolutes in Human Suffering. This is released on Black Market Activities. Now, to bring you up to speed with this band, if you're not too familiar with them, they're based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very crushing, chaotic, angry, misanthropic blending of many different musical styles, preferably sludge, crust, grindcore, and math metal. To think that before they had the sound they had now, they were originally going to become something completely different. They were going to be somewhat of a indie rock type of a band. But honestly, I'm glad they stuck with the sound that they have now, because this is probably one of the most pissed off, angriest bands in metal right now. Not only angry for the kind of music that they deliver, but also for the messages that they convey within their lyrics. Stuff that has to deal with anti-religion, politics, the human race. Just a lot of topical stuff that really just captivates the mind and makes the listener pay attention. And really, this is a band that has continually gotten better every single time they've put out music. From their first EP, East, the vocals on that EP were just scary. It's probably one of the scariest EPs I've ever listened to. Just the emotion in the vocals and just how raw and dense the music was. Then moving on to their full-length material, I Don't Care Where I Go When I Die. That album is just gold. I mean, Hospital Fat Bags, Slut Maker, great songs, great lyrical content, just a lot of anger and animosity in that record. And the same can be said for their second album, He Is Never Coming Back. That was one of my favorite albums of 2009 and really just showed you how diverse they can be with their sound. They can be fast, they can be slow, they can be sludgy. It can just be very crazy at times. But this is a band that really knows what they're doing and how they're doing it and how to get their story across. And my expectations for this new album were pretty much high, considering that the previous albums are just absolutely amazing. Yeah. Now we get to their new album, No Absolutes in Human Suffering. It's 11 tracks, and it runs about 43 minutes in length. And I said that this is a band that continually gets better with every single release that they put out. This album may just be their magnum opus, and this just may be another album to call absolutely perfect. This is everything that I was hoping that it would be, and a great deal more. This album just slays, from first track all the way to last. Guitar-wise, it's your usual Gaza guitar playing, very frenetic, chaotic, and just distorted riffs all throughout. Very loud, not overly loud to where it's going to distract you, but just the way the riffs are, it's just tightness. I mean, take the track When They Beg. You hear a lot of great work when it comes to the riffs and just the way everything sounds blended together. It's just a very solid sound all the way throughout. Bass-wise, the bass is just rumbling. The bass is rumbling. It's heavy. It's very audible and clear in the mix. Nothing overly flashy or fancy. It's a solid bass tone all the way throughout. I really love the way that it's structured throughout this release. Drums, you're going to get your usual varied styles of drums. You're going to get your very fast and well-timed blast beats, just the way the double bass sounds, the way the blast beats are, just your usual fast speeds from when it gets to the faster parts. But when it gets to the more slower, sludgier math kind of parts, you're really going to get a great deal of excellence with the way the drums sound here. I'm just loving the the pace and the skill. It's very methodical when it gets to the slower parts, but it's really awesome. I'm absolutely loving the way that the drums are here. And vocals, John is just a beast. This guy is really somebody who you should be listening to. This is somebody who you should be paying your absolute full-on ears and eyes. If you ever see them live or if you ever listen to a record, it's your duty to listen to what John has to say. And just the way he belts out those screams, those emotionally angry growls, this is captivating. He delivers a captivating performance here. I love the way he delivers his vocals. Just the snide anger that comes out of his mouth, just as if he's speaking to you about something that's going on in the world. Just the anger, the intensity, the fury in his voice. It's just absolutely amazing. He's honestly one of my favorite vocalists in metal right now. Just for the stories he weaves and the stories he tells. It's just awesome. I mean, like the track The Vipers, just that scream at the beginning of that song just really just conveys your attention. And even to some of the shorter songs like Mostly Hair and Bones Now and The Crown. Just some really awesome vocal work going on there. I know it's available today digitally. It's on Amazon and iTunes and whatever. It's streaming through Spotify, but it is going to get a physical release sometime in September through Indie Merch Store. Death Wish is going to distribute a red vinyl. I'm pretty sure they're going to distribute the CD as well. I know it's going to be available through multiple formats, but honestly, September cannot come sooner enough. This album is just a brutal work of art. It's just absolutely destructive. It's chaotic. It's something that you really have to take the time to listen to. And once you listen to it, you're going to fall in love with it. If you're into sludge and crust, if you like that grind, math kind of music, this is definitely the band for you. If you're new to Gaza, give this album a try. Hear their older material. You'll love it just as much as you love this album. And really, this is their magnum opus. This is their best work, and definitely a top 5 contender in my opinion. Wow, almost at a loss for words here. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would have to definitely say Mostly Hair and Bones Now, Not With All the Hope in the World, The Vipers, like I mentioned, and the final track, Routine and Then Death. Wow, just great structuring in that song. So hear this however you're able to. Snag a copy if you see them live. Buy this when it comes out physically. I know I will be doing so. Again, the album is No Absolutes in Human Suffering. This is released by Gaza on Black Market Activities. This is mandatory purchasing. And if I had to give it a score, I'm going to have to give this the highest score I can possibly give, and that is a perfect 10 out of 10. This is the Gaza album I've been waiting for. This is a great listen, and wow. I'm going to be listening to this again and again for the remainder of this year. We'll see where it ends up at the end of this year. So support this band, support Gaza. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Army Ho out.